They're on. All right, so you've got something that you want to work on.
I do.
Okay, tell me all about it.
I just noticed in the tea break when I was walking through the shop part that I was looking at the healthy food and a struggle of wanting to eat healthy and not doing so. And it was like this sense of longing as I was looking in the fridge. I so want to just be eating healthy food and that being easy. And I just don't do it.
Okay.
And not that I necessarily totally badly, but not.
So it's when you talk about the struggle that you're feeling, when you see that healthy food there and wanting to do it, but you feel a struggle.
Yes.
Where do you feel the struggle in your body?
In my throat.
In your throat?
Yeah.
Okay. So just start with that and tap with that, okay?
Yeah.
So even though in the break,
I
walked past the kitchen.
And
the shop.
And the shop.
And saw all the healthy food in the fridge. And wished I could eat healthy. But felt that struggle in my throat. I accept myself. And my body. Deeply and completely. Even though I really felt the struggle in my throat. Because I want to eat healthily. But I struggle with it so much. And I can feel it in my throat. I accept myself. And my body. Deeply and completely. Even though I've got this struggle and it's trapped in my throat. When I was looking in that fridge. And saw all that healthy food. And I want to eat healthy. But I so struggle with it. I accept myself. And my body. Deeply and completely. I've got this struggle in my throat. I just felt it before. When I looked at all that healthy food in the fridge. And part of me really wants to have it. But I feel this struggle in my throat. It's such a struggle to eat healthy food. At least that's what my body's telling me. I'm feeling it in my throat. This struggle in my throat. When I want to eat something healthy. It's such a struggle. So take a deep breath. So we're doing, exact words. So I was using her exact words. I was just phrasing them a little bit differently every now and then, but giving her back what she told me. Yep. Okay, so what's there for you now?
I'm responding big time to the body, the words the body, my body.
Like accepting my body. So when I said I accept myself and my body.
Yeah, that's right. That's
okay.
Exactly.
So what comes up for you when you say that?
A fear of if I accept my body, I'll be trapped.
Okay.
And I know what feeling trapped in a body feels like, and I don't want that again.
Okay.
So eating healthy would connect me more to this body. And there's a fear of being trapped.
All right. So when you tune into that feeling or that fear of being trapped, where do you feel it in your body?
I feel it, I feel it in my eyes because I'm concerned about only being able to look out the physical eyes and losing that inner sight.
Okay. That's interesting. Even though I've got this fear of being trapped. Trapped in my physical body. And I feel it in my eyes. All this fear in my eyes. Have you felt that before? Or is it just a fear?
I think it's been an accompanying fear of actually feeling trapped in the body and remembering not being in a body.
Okay.
So it's more about actually believing I'm trapped in the body.
I'm not sure how to put that in words. Okay. You're making this good. Even though I've got this fear.
Even though I've got this fear.
Of being trapped in my body.
Of being trapped in my body.
And I feel it in my eyes.
And I feel it in my eyes.
Especially when I say, I accept my body.
Especially when I say, I accept my body.
I accept myself anyhow. Doesn't want to say it?
There is that fear that like a door's going to close and I can't get back out.
I've got this fear.
I've got this fear.
That a door's going to close and I can't get back out.
That a door's going to close and I can't get back out.
This feeling of being trapped.
This feeling of being trapped.
I accept myself and this fear.
I accept myself and this fear.
And I'm willing to process and release it.
And I am willing to process and release it.
I've got this fear of being trapped in my body.
I've got this fear of being trapped in my body.
And I can feel it in my eyes.
And I can feel it in my eyes.
What if I'm trapped and I can't get out?
What if I'm trapped and I can't get out?
I've got this fear.
I've got this fear.
I can feel it in my eyes.
I can feel it in my eyes.
This fear of being trapped.
This fear of being trapped.
Trapped in my body and I can't get out.
Trapped in my body and I can't get out.
Is that the fear or is it something similar? Have I got it right? Is it sitting with you? Keep tapping. Explain the fear to me.
It's a fear of being permanently disconnected.
This fear of being permanently disconnected.
This fear of being permanently disconnected.
Is it still in your eyes?
Yeah.
This fear, I've got this fear of being permanently disconnected and it's in my eyes.
I've got this fear of being permanently disconnected and it's in my eyes.
This fear of being permanently disconnected.
This fear of being permanently disconnected.
And I feel it in my eyes.
And I feel it in my eyes.
And it came up when I was looking in that fridge.
And it came up when I was looking in that fridge.
My eyes looking at that healthy food.
My eyes looking at that healthy food.
And that struggle.
And that struggle.
To eat healthily.
To eat healthily.
And now I've got this fear.
And now I've got this fear.
Of being trapped in my body.
Of being trapped in my body.
And not being able to get back.
And not being able to get back.
What else? Do you remember having that feeling before?
It's new to my awareness, but it's been there all along.
Yeah. I've got this feeling that's been there all along.
I've got this feeling that's been there all along.
It's new to my awareness, but it's there.
It's new to my awareness, but it's there.
Okay, so take a deep breath. Okay, so just back on the karate chop point and just start talking about, I was looking at this healthy food.
I was looking at this healthy food.
In the fridge.
In the fridge.
And I really wanted to eat healthily.
And I really wanted to eat healthily.
But there was a struggle in my throat.
But there was a struggle in my throat.
And a fear.
And a fear.
About being disconnected or connected from my body.
Being connected to my body because it would mean I would be trapped and it would be like a door that would close.
Right.
And I couldn't open the door again.
Okay. And it's just come to you, this fear, this feeling that's sort of been in the background?
Yeah, with the clarity that I have now. Yeah.
What if I can't get back?
What if I can't get back?
What if I lose connection?
What if I lose connection?
Out there?
Out there.
What if I'm trapped in my body?
What if I'm trapped in my body?
And the door closes?
And the door closes.
And I can't get out?
And I can't get out.
All these fears?
All these fears.
They've been there for a long time.
They've been there for a long time.
It's only becoming clear to me now.
It's only becoming clear to me now.
I'm not sure where it comes from.
I'm not sure where it comes from.
But I've got this fear of being trapped.
But I've got this fear of being trapped.
Trapped in my body.
Trapped in my body.
With the door closing behind me.
With the door closing behind me.
I wonder if I can imagine where that comes from.
I wonder if I can imagine where that comes from.
That feeling of being trapped in my body.
That feeling of being trapped in my body.
Not being able to get out.
And not being able to get out.
With the door closing behind me and being trapped.
With the door closing behind me and being trapped.
I'm not sure where it comes from.
I'm not sure where it comes from.
Nothing conscious is coming to mind.
Nothing conscious is coming to mind.
See how I notice she's searching but she can't find anything. Nothing conscious is coming to mind.
Something conscious.
Something is?
Yeah.
Good.
Tell you?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like someone's told me that they've had an experience of taking on a body and they couldn't connect anymore. It's like someone else is telling me that happened to them.
Okay. And so when you remember, or even if you don't remember it, but that sense of somebody else telling you that, are you feeling it in your body?
Yeah.
Where?
Like a fear all through the body.
All right, so let's go back to the karate chop point. I've got this fear going all through my body.
I've got this fear going through all through my body.
When somewhere I recall someone telling me.
Where somewhere I recall someone telling me.
About being trapped in a body.
About being trapped in a body.
And I've got this fear all through my body.
And I've got this fear all through my body.
What if it happens to me?
What if it happens to me?
I accept myself.
I accept myself.
And this fear.
And this fear.
From wherever it's come from.
From wherever it's come from.
And I want to process it and let it go.
I want to process it and let it go.
This fear of being trapped in my body.
This fear of being trapped in my body.
Somewhere someone told me about it.
Somewhere someone told me about it.
About their experience.
About their experience.
And it's brought up this fear in me.
And it's brought up this fear in me.
I've taken on somebody else's fear.
I've taken on somebody else's fear.
Somebody else's story.
Somebody else's story.
What if it happens to me?
What if it happens to me?
All this fear.
All this fear.
All this fear from what if.
All this fear from what if.
What if I get trapped in my body?
What if I get trapped in my body?
I want to let it go.
I want to let it go.
From wherever it comes from.
From wherever it comes from.
All the way back to its origin.
All the way back to its origin.
To where they came from.
To where they came from.
They don't belong trapped in my body.
They don't belong trapped in my body.
I choose to have peace in my body.
I choose to have peace in my body.
Even when I remember that someone telling me about them being trapped in their body.
Even when I remember that someone telling me about being trapped in their body.
I choose to have peace.
I choose to have peace.
And release all the fear in my body.
Say that again.
And release all the fear in my body.
And release all the fear in my body.
It didn't even belong to me.
It didn't even belong to me.
So take a deep breath. So there was a bit of a release then with the breath.
Well, you know, what's released is that I had made an assumption wherever, doesn't matter where, that was going to happen to me too. And that needn't happen to me. And I feel a sense of freedom in choosing for myself what I do within this body.
So when you imagine now going out there and looking at all that healthy food, and that part of you that wants to eat healthily, how does that sit with you now? Is there still any struggle?
No, I feel a sense of joy of being able to choose to do that.
Cool. Isn't it amazing how you can take on somebody else's fear in your own body that doesn't even belong to you?
Yeah.
And now having the choice to choose for yourself is so much more powerful.
But of course that's the truth, isn't it? But,
but energetically it wasn't the truth for you.
I understand.
And now energetically it's congruent with your thoughts and your conscious choice. So your energy's not rubbing against that.
No.
Cool. All right, so that was exact words, and that was a good one because I was trying to get my head around exactly what you were saying to say it back again. Like, what? You're trapped in your body? And yeah, but that's why you really do have to get exact words right, otherwise it's not going to land back with them. So when you're unsure, it's like, say that again for me. Say it so that I get it again, or so that I can just repeat what you've said. So if you're unsure, don't get it wrong. Ask them to say it again so that you can just repeat it back and get them to lead.
And there's a sense of losing connection with what I'm connecting into.
If I say something wrong.
Not just that, but if you
put my own interpretation.
Yeah, that I needed you to get what I was saying.
Yes, and that's why I was really trying to get what you were saying, because it was like, no, this has to be fed back with what you're saying, or you're not going to tune into it. So that's why I kept asking, say that again, what do you mean?
And there's a whole layer of safety, feeling safe. You're with me, you understand.
Yes. You
supporting.
Get me.
You get me, validating, all of that.
Yeah. So that's what's important about exact words. All right, so time to practice. Yep, cool.